This is from Travel Geek. Overnight in Japan's abandoned onsen village, like a ghost town, Yunayama Onsen. This was filmed about a month ago, 21st of October 2025. Let's give it a go. 3, 2, 1, go!
Restrooms are in cars number 2, 4, 6, and 7.
We are riding a limited express train from Osaka to Nagoya, the urban liner on the Kintetsu Railway. If you're in Japan, you should know. Onsens or hot spring resorts, they're everywhere. But Japan's population is on the decline, economy is on a bit of a downturn, so not many people have a lot of money to spend going to hot springs, so there are some places that are in danger of just disappearing. We're going to visit one of those endangered species ones, Yunayama Onsen Resort, located in Mie Prefecture. The place is supposed to be like a ghost town, practically. We're about to see it for ourselves. This express train runs it's about a 2-hour journey. Fantastic views, though. Very peaceful. Really relaxing. You almost end up like the old lady there, falling asleep. Anyways, here we are at Yokkaichi City. It's the most populous city in Mie Prefecture. It's an industrial town. We get off here and then transfer to a local train bound for Yunayama Onsen. Classic, this one. This train ride will be about 20 minutes. The single track runs behind a lot of houses. A bit relaxing, like the clickety-clack of the wheels and the rails. Right. Switching the plates. Going off here on this other track. Go around this other train. Oh, and it looks like we've got a girl at the helm. She looks cute. The train to the Yunayama Onsen Resort has so few passengers, you can actually count them on your fingers. Maybe even on one hand. This resort was once one of the most popular onsen resorts in West Japan. Now it's just sort of a relic of a bygone era. But here we are at Yunashima Onsen Station. We take a local bus from the station to Central Yunashima Onsen Resort. That is a small bus. They're really not expecting many people coming this way. And it is only the cameraman on board. What a desolate place this has turned out to be. This one goes pretty deep into the mountains. Fairly remote. Almost seems hard to believe people would make the trip for this sort of thing. But oh, look at that view, though. Gorgeous. Quite difficult to visit long ago before the roads were built. Very poor accessibility. But we made it. Almost. Bus has arrived in front of a ropeway station, the Gozaisho Ropeway. That is quite the climb. We're going for a ride on it tomorrow. From here, short walk to the town. But you can actually see the resort over there. Instantly you notice the first ruins of an old hotel. That right there. The Ryokan Hotel used to be the largest one in the resort. The name was Okaso. Closed back in the early 2000s. Been abandoned ever since. Pity, it looks like it was a nice hotel. March 2022, it was suddenly destroyed in a suspicious fire. Culprits still at large. I wonder if they had some homeless people camping out there. Number of guests began to decline after 1990 due to the collapse of the bubble economy. By 2010, more than 15 hotels had ceased operations. From the bus stop, we walk along this somewhat creepy foresty path, climb these old stone steps, and reach the main street of the resort. Probably. Cameraman's really not sure. I think he might be lost. Anyway, Yunayama Onsen was first discovered in the year 718 AD. Talking a history of 1300 years, it was known as the Deer Hot Spring or Shikannoyu due to a legend that a wounded deer was healed by the waters here. There's a sushi restaurant, or what's left of it. It looks like it's closed. Permanently. No shops were open on the street. Might be because the cameraman decided to visit on a weekday, but it might also be that all of this is closed and abandoned. Apparently this house was an inn at one point. And then vacant lot. There's a lot of these here, apparently. Now they're just car parks that nobody uses. Because it's easier to just get up by bus and walk around. Anyway, Cameron walked for about 10 minutes and took in the nature around here. Quite beautiful. Relaxing river full of stones. According to Google, this river is particularly famous in the area for its clarity. I mean, that does look like some really clean water. Must be quite a hike over there. The road gets a bit slippery when wet. Speed limit 40 kilometers per hour. Can't imagine what this must be like if there's fog. There's some lodges you can stay up by the river. Lots of old, abandoned buildings here. This was used as a dorm for the employees of the Okaso. That was the hotel that was destroyed in the fire. We saw that moments ago. Now it's famous as a haunted house amongst young people. But note from the police says if you trespass here, we will report you to your company and your family. So, no trespassing. Most ruins in the area are no entry, and with good reason. I mean, I can't imagine that these structures are entirely stable. Okaso is completely shut down. Now, what does that say? Like some hotel rooms are open as a haunted house tour by the owners. So they haven't sold the property, but they're using it as a haunted house. They must really do the business around Halloween. Japan's most haunted spot tour, 6,000 yen per person until the end of November. Whatever happens is your own responsibility. So, yeah. We don't dare join that tour. Anyways, let's find our hotel. Sugiya Ryokan. Pension King Konkan. This is abandoned as well, apparently. That vending machine is past its prime. Sad-looking little abandoned plushies and dolls beside the windows. They look a bit sad, waiting for an owner they'll never return. Great. More steps. If you're afraid of seeing the haunted hotel, please skip to time mark 11 minutes 44 seconds. I think we can handle this chat. We're big boys and girls. The Ryokan's been out of business for a long time. Unclear when it closed. We had to guess probably the late 90s. Buildings were expanded many times, resulting in a unique structure that combines both Western and Japanese architectural style. Windows been broken out. Pieces of it scattered on the road. Not safe to walk around there in slippers. Another broken window. Still have the dishes intact. Inside is like a labyrinth. And it said once you enter, you get lost and you can't get out forever. That might be a bit overly dramatic, but... And naturally, our cameraman doesn't have the courage to enter. Our cameraman also sounds like he's out of breath. That must be a lot of steps to climb. And there's also no one around him either. Missing his travel companion that sometimes accompanies him, the missus. He wisely noped right out of there before he even had a chance to ask her. There's some hotels still open, and there are actually people that do live here, but yeah, for all intents and purposes, this is a ghost town in Japan. So, if you want to know what a Japanese ghost town is like, here's your top tip. Go here. This building looks like it's on the verge of collapsing. Probably a few good solid earthquakes and it might just do that. It used to be a Japanese restaurant. Cameraman's father told him that he stayed at this inn, Kurenosuke, as a family trip when he was a wee lad. It looks like it's still open for business. Except for today, it's closed. Limited days and hours of operation. This is a lovely bridge. Looks like it's been recently repainted. The red is very striking, especially against all the landscapes, which are quite beautiful here. Yes, it is absolutely idyllic. That looks ominous. It looks like it used to be a large hotel. The ceiling might have caved in on one part. Window frames have been removed, but in the middle of being dismantled, they just sort of left it all there. Sign says, state of emergency declared, please refrain from unnecessary outings. Rolled over from the pandemic. Closed shop, but there's... He's got the telly on inside. Ryokan Sumekan. This one has been permanently closed. However, there is a cafe on the first floor that is still open for business. Cafe Suime. Lights are on. Wonder if anyone's home. And inside there are so many lanterns and it is whisper quiet. Interior has this Ghibli movie-like atmosphere. Weird Studio Ghibli movie music playing. Really leaning into the vibe and aesthetic. Looks like former Japanese movie star Kiyoshi Atsumi visited this restaurant at one point. It's run by a local family. Very cozy atmosphere. The food looks good too. Teppan iron plate Italian, 980 yen, about just under $7 US. Not bad. It's Napolitan spaghetti with an omelette underneath. And a cute little sausage in the shape of an octopus. Yeah, the cameraman is hesitant to eat this cute little thing. Napolitan spaghetti is... This is a Japanese-style spaghetti made with ketchup and vegetables. It's funny that they would name it Napolitan, even though it has nothing to do with Napoli. But it tasted good. It's one of those Western-style dishes that have been adapted for Japanese tastes. And now the restaurant is full of people. Nobody on the street, but they're packing them in here. Like you're entering this little miniature world from Spirited Away. Since we're in an onsen resort, stands to reason, we need to stay at a ryokan hotel. You know, to really get the authentic experience. This is one of the surviving ryokan hotels. Chikanyo no Yu Hotel, or the Deer Hot Spring Hotel. And the interior is gorgeous. Hello, dear son. Not much in terms of detail on the history of this hotel. It might be recently renamed. It looks like it's been renovated fairly recently. It does look comfortable. I love the choice of furniture. They even give you a free welcome drink of white wine. Very hospitable. Yes. This hotel stay is just over 30,000 yen, about $214 US. That includes 2 meals and a solo stay. Bit pricey, but I mean, it looks lovely, very well maintained. Rooms on the 5th floor. Very minimalistic ryokan hallways. Definitely more of a hotel than traditional ryokan, but each room gets a name, and we're staying in the Fujiwara room. Feels more like a modern Japanese house and not a hotel. It looks really modern. This is posh. Sofa / chaise lounge. Flat screen television. Simmons twin beds. They look comfy. That is a water dispenser right there in the room. Window view. That's alright. Yeah, 2 out of 10. Could be better. Could be worse too. And you get a massage chair in your room. Yeah, That alone makes the hotel 10 out of 10. Here's the toilet. That's cool. That is so fucking cool. No, it's not haunted, man. That's a Toto washlet doing its thing. Greets you by lifting up the lid. Everything very neat and tidy. A place for everything. Everything in its place. Coffee, tea, glassware, stemware. Oh, and you even get welcome snacks. Looks like some sort of biscuit or something. 3 unique snacks of the Yunayama Onsen area. This package here is cinnamon-flavored mochi. Inspired by the mochi of warrior monks during the time of the samurai and the Heike clans. Cinnamon flavor, that sounds delicious. Well, we are in a hot spring resort, so probably should have a bath. You can choose either the Manchurian wild rice hot spring or the Japanese cypress hot spring. It shows the Hinoki or the cypress wood hot spring. The smell must be absolutely divine. This is a private bath, therefore cameraman is permitted to film. Time for healing after a long day. Healing like the deers did 1300 years ago. Hopefully his odor feet will be healed. I guess cameraman has confessed to having rather smelly feet. Oh, what's going on with that? Is there a doctor around here? Or a plumber? After a bath, go to the vending machine. Got the choice of having a beer, or green tea, or cup noodle. It's a Maruchan vending machine, but it sells Nissan cup noodle. Dinner and breakfast meals served in a private room for all guests.
おちょこでお出汁をお飲みくださいね。後ほど蓋を開けて中身を松茸と桑名で採れたオキシジミという大きな貝も入っております。あまりブク
And this pot is now making dashi, a type of soup stock. Such a lovely presentation. These are rice grains. And they're edible. Very delicate taste of all this. Looks like that's topped with caviar. Cameraman reports it is absolutely mouth-watering. All of it. Usually in Ryokan, you're served unfamiliar dishes even to the Japanese.
隣の水沢町というところ、水沢のお茶が有名でし
This
て、こちらを餌
is
にした
very familiar. Ah, time for some miso-sour beefsteak. An expensive beef brand based out of Mie and Iwate Prefecture. This is masatake, the most expensive mushroom in Japan. Why you only get the one. Part of the stem of Manchurian wild rice or Indian rice. That is some good looking steak. Not for too long, mate. Dip it in ponzu. Not that it really needs it, but you know. To each his own. And the dashi is now ready. It's a broth made by matsutake mushroom and shijimi clams. And you just sort of drink it. It's like a tiny little soup bowl. This is chawanmushi, or a type of Japanese pudding. Tasted like gratin. Contains cream cheese. Now, in a ryokan course meal, rice and soup are saved for last. Soup looks good. The miso soup. Lots of root vegetables in this one. It all looks so delicious. And after dinner, we head over to the dessert corner. Because, naturally, they're all free to take. Honestly, I want one of each. I don't care how gluttonous that makes me look. There's also soft drinks and soft serve ice cream. Halloween themed dessert. Oh, and it's just in time to see appointment of the new Prime Minister. Now this right here is Manchurian wild rice hot spring. Wakamoyu is a traditional folk remedy, praying for good health through the summer. Melons with a Dragon Ball Z and Demon Slayer theme. Apparently the lift is rather frightening to our cameraman. Kind of a pump can be heard from below. Feels like someone's going to sneak up on you from behind in the hallway. I'd be more nervous than anything. That lift sounds like it's past its prime. Right, now we're up on the rooftop. This is open 24/7. Beautiful night city lights can be seen from here. Makes the whole trip worth it. This building over here is a hotel named Irodori Koyo. Amazing sunset views from their rooms. There are no clouds, might be able to see the stars. It's a bit of a dreary day overall. That's alright. Anyways, back inside the hotel. I'm going to try out this massage chair. Well, we know it works. Camera keeps shaking. On exact words of a cameraman, it's a heaven. He thanks God for bringing the massage chair into the world. Fills it up just right. Also have a light on the mirror. Anyways, it's past midnight. It's bedtime. Good night. And through the magic of the internet, it's morning already. Master Ryokon, you need to bring a bigger stomach with you. This is breakfast. Seaweed miso soup. It's not exactly bran porridge, but, you know. It's fibrous. It's fiber. It's good for you. It's mostly vegetables. Why does that one on the bottom look like a poo? Here's steamed salmon, scallops, ham, vegetables. And natto. Sticky beans. Sticky, smelly beans. With nutty seaweed. And salted plum. And rice.
Operation failed. Unlocked. Locked.
Strange that they would have it speak in English rather than Japanese. Weather's a bit shit today. Got some rain, but, you know, it's not a bad view. It's like the rain's holding off for now. Long enough for the cameraman to get a good shot. Tanuki. It's a taxidermied raccoon. Looks too real. Maybe a specimen. It's taxidermy. It's the name of the deer. And it looks like the rain has picked up again. Right, time to take the Gozaisho ropeway. Over 7,000 feet long, connects to the summit of Mount Gozaisho, it's the main peak of the Suzuka Mountains. Hopefully we won't run into Jaws or some of the henchmen there. Encountered a traditional handmade snack stand beside the station. It's oishiaki, soft rice cracker with sesame and Japanese pepper leaves. Only about $1 and change. Been around since before the Meiji Restoration. It's about a 15-minute ride. $18 and change. In the autumn season, all the trees turn red and it's just a spectacular sight. All the different autumn colors. And you're surrounded by the beautiful Suzuka Mountains. Very majestic. The Gozaisho ropeway is probably one of the greatest ropeways in Japan, but its popularity is still growing. This white pillar is about 60 meters tall, or about 200 feet above the ground. Tallest ropeway pillar in Japan. Just don't look down. We said don't look down, cameraman. What are you doing? If a strong wind blew and the ropeway shook, our cameraman would probably be scared half to death. Oh, look at that. All the mist surrounding the mountains. Torii to the clouds. here we've got the Fuji viewing rock. But you're lucky if you can see Mount Fuji from here. In this weather, that is highly unlikely. That might be Mount Fuji, but that we don't really know. That's too much cloud cover, to be sure. Anyway, you can take a single lift and move to the top of Mount Gazaisho. Move to the very tippy top. Not the best day for this, it's raining, but, you know. Our cameraman soldiers on for the content. Almost touched the ground. Almost. Probably could if you were a bit taller. Imagine these trees being just a sea of red and orange. And in the dead of winter, there's enough snow here that apparently you can even ski on these slopes. It's only our cameraman riding the lifts. Alone again, naturally. Anyways, we're at the top of Mount Gazaisho. Nearly 4,000 feet up in the air. About 1,200 meters high. It's so lonesome out there. It's like you're a monk in training. Like the world of Dragon Ball, perhaps. Da 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 da, Dragon Ball. Da 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 da, ba 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 da da. Right, rock, scissors, paper time. 1, 2, 3. Rock. You know, because there's rocks here. That's why I chose rock. You chose paper. You're a silly little sausage. Anyway, give that a like. Drop the link in chat. Hope you all enjoyed that.